Are you ready to make some tandy cake?
We matched. Before we start the video, what do we have to do?
Preheat the oven. Welcome back to this week's episode. Today we're making
Tandy cake.
What is tandy cake?
Cake, peanut butter, and chocolate.
Can't go wrong with peanut butter, chocolate, and cake. Is it like an actual thick cake?
No.
No.
It's a thin cake. So we need milk.
Milk.
I need a cup plus 2 tablespoons of milk. Description has the full recipe for your baking convenience.
Is it TBSP?
Yeah, it's the top one on that side.
So is it like flat or?
Yeah, leave it flat, and that's why it's at an angle, so that when you leave it flat.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna like flip it. Now we have to heat the milk until it's just like warm, I guess. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is, but it's for something.
Don't know.
And Grammy says heat the milk.
Grammy says
heat the milk.
You heat the milk.
So I guess we'll just pop that on the stove. We just finished eating dinner a while ago.
It's pretty good.
If you're curious what we had 5 cheese baked CD Alfredo from Olive Garden, but copycat. Except I forgot to get the 5 cheese pack from Walmart, so it was just 2 cheeses, and I used rigatoni instead of ziti. So it was two cheese.
2 cheese baked Alfredo.
No, it was 2 cheese baked rigatoni Alfredo.
It was still good.
So I'm really sleepy. So
I'm not.
it's been like overcast all day, so I've been super tired all day.
I worked in the rain all day.
Yeah. I mean, I worked at home all day, but I'm just like sleepy. I should make coffee.
Do you want me to make you coffee?
Yeah. The child. When we got married, I made Daniel watch all the Star Wars movies because he hadn't really seen all of them.
We still haven't finished it.
We still haven't finished it because it got to the busy season. So he still hasn't.
I know like the whole thing.
We watched the prequels, and then when we got to the original trilogy, we kind of fell off because you got busy with work. I think we watched the first, maybe like 1.5, and then that's it. And you haven't seen. Well, you've seen The Force Awakens, but you haven't seen.
I've seen Rogue One.
Yeah, well, that was the first one we watched. Because timeline order. But we have to wait for the milk to cool before we add the rest of the stuff in. So I really don't know what the purpose of heating the milk is. Probably someone watching this will know and will comment it. But I personally have no clue.
I have you.
I ate eggs for breakfast. I know.
Do I need to call the ambulance now?
They were tolerable.
Do I need to call the ambulance?
I
need to call Petey?
So I made it for breakfast / lunch at 12 o'clock and mixed the spinach in with it. And then I put just so much feta on top to try to hide the eggy taste.
She doesn't like eggs, so.
I don't know why I wanted to eat eggs. Well, it's like, I feel like it's dumb to not eat eggs when we have just so many eggs available, you know?
We have 300 chickens. What is the next things we need for some milk?
4 eggs. Do you mind cracking them in here?
I can crack them into that.
I have. So, we're about to talk about some childhood trauma. One time my mom was making cookies for us, and she cracked the egg right into the cookie batter, cookie dough, whatever, and it was red. The whole egg was red.
That happens sometimes.
It was traumatizing, so now I always crack them into a separate bowl. The vanilla smells so good.
You ever tried just straight vanilla?
Yeah, it's so disappointing.
You know how much sugar?
Should. Can you see if your parents have any sugar? An upside to living with your in-laws is stealing their sugar when you run out. Also, the milk, butter, cheese. But it's mutual, you know.
Babe, I found sugar.
You somehow got batter on your shirt.
What?
Don't be scared that it's too thin, because it will look very thin when you pour it in the pan. So now we're going to bake that for 25 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit.
3, 2, 1, action. Oh, it's done. It's done.
Is it? Oh. So it says when almost but not completely cool to spread the peanut butter on top. So
We spread it now. Yeah, Darcy, tell her. What are we supposed to do with it now?
hi, Darcy. Hi, baby. The reason that you don't let the cake cool when you put the peanut butter on is because it's a lot easier to spread when the cake is warm, because it kind of like not melts it, but like kind of melts it.
Softens.
Yeah.
So the peanut butter is melting.
Yeah.
On the here, just so you know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of what it's. I mean,
it's gonna be fine.
Don't make this if you're allergic to peanuts.
I mean, you can just.
Don't blame us. Yeah, don't blame us. It's better to have too much chocolate than not enough. Now we wait for the chocolate to melt. Doesn't take that long. I melt chocolate a lot during like the fall winter months because I make cocoa bombs to sell at the store. People like those a lot. Chocolate is starting to melt. I burned my fingers, so I made Daniel take over. We had 2 ideas for next week's video. So we could make zucchini brownies.
Delicious.
Yeah. Another idea I had was we could like make different ways of making corn. Let us know what you want. Zucchini brownies, a lot of corn. Also, the reason we haven't had like grammy taste tests is because we bake after work. And so by the time we eat dinner and make the recipe, it's generally like 9 p.m. unless we bake on a weekend.
It was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at one point when we were doing this one time.
Yeah. So that's why there's not always taste tests. Whenever we bake early enough or on the weekend, we try to have her taste something, but it just doesn't always work out.
Oh, I'm getting chocolate everywhere.
Yeah, you got it all over the table.
We're gonna need more chocolate.
No, we're not. I don't want to go through that whole process again.
Maybe not. Maybe you got it. I mean, it's alright if it mixes with the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a very thick layer of chocolate usually.
No.
It's just enough to have like a shell.
So you didn't want to mess it up, but you're doing such a good job though right now, just so you know. It looks...
Oh, God.
Oh.
I dropped the whole spatula in chocolate.
I know how to...
We have to let the chocolate kind of set up a little bit, just a little bit before we cut it, but not all the way. So you don't want it to be all the way set up when you cut it. Otherwise, it'll just kind of crack and not cut right.
Cake. You can still see that the chocolate is soft. I'm gonna eat this whole thing tonight.
No.
You can put it in the fridge to make it harden faster if you would like.
Daniel already took a bite.
No, I didn't. That wasn't me.
Do we believe
It was
him?
like that when I found it.
Do we believe him?
It was like that when I found it. The cake is moist. It's not really dry.
Mm-hmm. The pieces towards the middle are thicker, so the end pieces are a little bit thin, but it's really good.
I love this so much. When we normally go to picnics, Grammy makes this.
It basically tastes like if you put a Reese's peanut butter cup on cake. I think the chocolate's the best part.
I think you're the best part.
Can we go to bed now?
Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked what you've seen here, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button.
And if there's something particular you want us to make, put it in the comments below so we know.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.